Hey everyone. The latest CD by Brandy Norwood, who uses only her first name professionally, is titled 211. The numbers refer to the singer and actress's date of birth in 1979, as well as to the date of death last year of her friend and mentor Whitney Houston. Whitney Houston was my fairy godmother, Brandy says by phone from her apartment in Atlanta. The R&B vocalist has a home in Southern California, where she lives most of the time with her 10-year-old daughter, Sirai. But she has been renting an apartment since October while filming her second season as a bartender named Chardonnay in the BET drama comedy series, The Game. The show's sixth season will begin airing next month. Brandy also appears in the Tyler Perry motion picture, Temptation, Confessions of a Marriage Counselor, set to open in theaters March 29th. Although she didn't know Brandy at the time, Houston, as one of the producers of the 1997 Disney television adaptation of Rodgers and Hammerstein's Cinderella, recommended the teenager for the title role. Houston played the fairy godmother. The two singers performed Impossible as a duet in the film. I think because I was acting and singing at the same time, it just made sense to her for me to play Cinderella, Brandy says of her late friend. My life was a fairy tale. I was living out a dream. I related to Cinderella in so many ways. Whitney was someone who I idolized. Brandy pauses briefly, as if holding back tears before continuing. And someone who represented possibility. As big as she was, as huge of a superstar as she was, I never saw impossible when I saw her. I only saw possible, and that was because she had a twinkle in her eye. I'll never forget what she gave me. She last saw Houston at a news conference the day before she died. Grief-stricken, Brandy cancelled a scheduled performance on the day of the tragedy at the annual pre-Grammy party hosted by Houston's mentor, Clive Davis. Brandy was born in Macomb, Mississippi, but relocated to Southern California when she was 4. She and her brother Ray J visited Mississippi every summer when they were young, however. I'm just so thankful for the experience, she says. We were able to appreciate both the city life and the southern country life. My brother and I loved going on our bikes and going on adventures. My grandmother would make us breakfast every morning, and my aunt would watch us and take us to ride her horse. My grandfather has his own business, and we would go with him and work with him. He would hide quarters in big boxes of pecans, and we would try to find the quarters. The late Macomb-born rock and roll pioneer Bo Diddley was Brandy's third cousin, and rapper Snoop Dogg, whose mother is from Macomb, claims to be a cousin. My brother and Snoop really believe they're related, so I guess I'll just go along with it, she says. Asked if she is any kin to veteran Atlanta gospel singer Dorothy Norwood, Brandy responds, I think so. I'm not sure. If I'm not, I used to lie and say that I was when I was a kid. Her father, Willie Norwood, is a gospel singer who, she says, taught my brother and me how to connect with music and how to express ourselves with music. He taught me everything I know about singing. Her mother, Sonia Norwood, has been involved with her daughter's management since before the onset of her career, which began in 1993 with a supporting role in the short-lived ABC sitcom Thea, and took off the next year with her self-titled debut album, which sold 6 million copies worldwide. Of her numerous acting roles, her 6 years, 1996 to 2001, as the star of the UPN sitcom Moesha has been the most prominent. My mum isn't in the forefront anymore, but she is definitely right there, Brandy says of her mother's current involvement. She didn't know much about the music industry, but she knew enough about business and money and taxes. It was great to have someone in my corner that I could trust. Brandy, who has never been married, announced in December her engagement to Ryan Press, a song publishing executive and the son of Ron Tyson, high tenor singer with The Temptations since 1983. No wedding date has been set. After 10 years without a major hit and 4 without a recording contract, Brandy found herself back on the charts last spring at number 3 R&B in Billboard with Put It Down, a hip-hop spiced duet with Chris Brown on the RCA Chameleon label. The song is one of a dozen on 211. Brandy considers it to be her comeback album. At one point I couldn't figure it out, she says of her past decade of limited success as a recording artist. I didn't really believe in myself, I just kind of lost my way within myself. Now I'm back to who I am. This is what I was created to do. What else she can act and does so quite well, Brandy responds, to disrespect that, singing, and not do that is just a slap in God's face. I created you to express, to share, to relate, to inspire, and you're not going to do it, she says, as if quoting God. I have to sing and I have to act and do what I'm supposed to do, says Brandy, who has been giving occasional concerts, including one Saturday at the Paramount Theatre in Oakland since the CD's October release. It's a beautiful thing to be in a place where it's a responsibility and it's a service. It's not about being famous and being the most popular and the hottest thing out. It's really about the service and the responsibility of what I'm here to do. Chisbox, thanks for watching. Thanks for